Family is your first ministry. People, they'll judge you off of how they see your family.
Come on.
It's just like a mom. When you go out, they're not looking at how good you look. They're looking at what your child looks like. Mm-hmm. So your family is your first ministry.
Yeah, as a man, your family is a direct representation of how you run your household.
Yeah.
So if you, I hate to say, if you run around with a fat family, bro, you probably not doing what you need to be doing in the gym, taking care of yourself. If you walking around with a family that has low self-esteem, you probably displaying low self-esteem at home. You are the leader. You have to lead in every way, even in the ways where you don't know how to lead, especially like emotionally. A lot of black men don't know how to lead their home emotionally. We get angry when we get told something. That's not how you handle it. Because now you angry, she gonna get angry the next time you tell her something. Now it's a back and forth, and it's just a transfer of energy.
Because a woman can only reciprocate what she's giving.
That's it.
I can only, whatever information, whatever attitude that you give me, I'm only going to reciprocate it. And it's so interesting because I talk to men, it's like, no, you're supposed to be better than me. You're giving me, if you give me seed, I have to give you a child.
There you go.
If you give me a building, I'm going to turn it into a home.
Exactly.
And so why do you think that I'm just supposed to, if I got to do that, then I don't need you. Like, that's just, I don't need you.
I think that men treat women's emotions like an inconvenience instead of information.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Middle Child Podcast with your girl, Royal Boles. And as always, you are seen here. You are loved here. Most definitely, you are appreciated here. I feel like I'm talking super fast. I am extremely hot, but go Gators. But without further ado, I have another, what do they call like your coworker? I don't want to call it a coworker, but I have a fellow podcaster here. We'll just say that because I'm like short of words. But I'm not going to spoil it. Without further ado, K Boogie, what is up?
And what it do?
How are you today?
I'm amazing, actually.
That's what's up. And you did the hat thing.
Always.
Yeah. Oh.
Always.
I feel special. That's like my signature.
Oh, for real?
Hats. I wear a hat on every episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
okay.
too. Don't miss.
No, okay.
I'm also like bald, so like I got to.
Yeah, I wear a hat on every episode because for me, it's supposed to help with my consistency. So I can't say like I have a bad hair day because it's like, girl, you got a hat on today. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
Because people always find a reason not to shoot.
For sure.
It's always a good reason not to shoot. Yeah.
I woke up this morning and I was like, man, I do not want to do this today.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I wasn't excited. I think it was just I was tired and I was just, the procrastination part of me kicked in.
Come on.
And so I was just like, man, we're not going to do that today. But here we are.
Here we are.
All right. So if you could describe your life right now in one word, what would it be?
Ascending.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm ascending right now. I have a lot going on, and just a little backstory about me. I used to work for the Department of Homeland Security for like 11, 12 years.
Okay.
And I quit last year to do this full time, to be a podcaster. They kind of told me my job might not exist.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take whatever y'all going to give me, and I'm going to go head first into this. And so I started Talk Vibe Hustle with nothing, and now I have a lot to show for it.
Yeah.
My show comes out every Thursday. Through the connections I've made, I'm on the Morning Ox as well.
Okay.
I do that Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 to 9. Y'all tune in, that's live. I do hosting events now. I do videography. I knew nothing about photography and videography last year.
Wow. So
when I say my show is called Talk Vibe Hustle, those three things are what I do for real. And so I'm ascending now.
That is what's up. Well, what made you get into podcasting?
So in 2020, a friend of mine started a podcast, and he just asked me to come on, let's have a conversation. I think you'll be really good at it.
Yeah.
I did it. And the guy who's my videographer now was the videographer for that show then. And I brought my wife with me to the shoot. Yeah. And so during the shoot, he leaned over to her. He was like, does he do this often? Like, he's really good at it.
Yeah.
And so anytime my wife tells me I'm good at anything, it's my mind like, okay, whatever, let me lean into that. And so we got in the car, and she was like, baby, the dude said you're really good at this. You should keep going. So we started doing that show on the regular. I became a co-host on there. We did that for 2 years. We stopped. But I was the person that was always pushing for more. Let's do merchandise. Let's do episodes. Let's do Patreon. Let's do this.
Yeah.
But the dude who I did he was just like, bro, I'm just doing this for a hobby because I enjoy it. Cool. 2 years passed. The same videographer called me randomly out of nowhere. And he was just like, bro, listen, I know that you might not have the time to do it because I know you travel a lot, but I think you should get back into podcasting. You're really good at it. I was like, okay, well, I've been thinking about it. So it went from thinking about it to writing it down, because I'm a believer that when you have ideas in your head and stuff bouncing around, you have to write them down to make them real.
Yeah.
Because once you make them real, now you have a direct line with God about exactly what you want. So I started writing them down. I started writing down names of podcasts and how I wanted to structure it. Because I also... like I said, I traveled a lot, and people used to always say like, "Oh, you from Birmingham? Oh, y'all got your own season of First 48," or all kind of negative stuff. And I'm like, bro, Birmingham is an amazing place. We have a lot of great people and a lot of great things going on. How can I use my voice to showcase that? And so I was like, yo, just do me a show where I interview different people and get the opportunity to show people what Birmingham is truly like. So I did that.
That is,
and here we are.
So you've only been doing it for how long?
Technically at the end of 2024, but yeah.
Oh,
November
nice.
2024.
That is what's up. I like that you had a different like focus on it. Like there was actually a plan to podcasting. I feel like a lot of people, they just see a lot of podcasts and they're just like, oh, I'm finna podcast, and there is no structure or no focus or no dynamic behind it.
Yeah, and everybody has the ability to grab a mic and a camera.
For sure.
And so with that being said, everybody believes that their opinion needs to be recorded and put out into the world.
Yes.
And sometimes you got to keep that stuff to yourself.
Yeah.
We got to bring back shame.
Yes. I wish it needs to be like cancel culture in podcasting.
It does.
Because it's just wild. It's wild. I was actually nervous to start because of that reason.
Really?
Because I felt like I didn't have much to say. Or I didn't have like a footing or anything to do. But what's interesting is God gave me the Middle Child podcast before I was on somebody else's podcast.
Really, really?
So I came down for an interview because I had wrote a book. So I came down for an interview and I did Unfiltered. I think they're on 95.7 now. And so one of the hosts asked if I wanted to be a host. So I'm just like, sure. But that's a commitment because that's like a 5-hour drive from New Orleans every Sunday.
Yes.
So every Sunday I'm coming down, and after I think about 3 years, I was just like, all right.
3 years? Yeah. Every Sunday? Ain't no way.
I was just like, you know what? I don't think our focus is the same. But during that time, God had told me to start the Middle Child podcast. I was disobedient. I started like 2 other ones with guests. With hosts. When he told me to do it by myself, and I did it like under construction with whatever my best friend's brand was. And then after that, at the end of 2024, I did 6 months off social media. At the end of 2024, God said podcast and law school. And I was like, podcast I can do law school. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't afford to disobey you again. So we just gonna give it a try. So for like the next 3 months, I was trying to like research what equipment and stuff to use. And the day I needed to record an episode, the light wasn't here. And I was like, God, if this is what you want me to do, I need the light here. And then, good and well, my light showed up that day.
No way.
Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be here until that Monday.
Yeah.
I had to record on Saturday, and the light showed up at 10 o'clock that morning.
God did.
He did. So now it's kind of like one of those things where it's just like, all right, wherever you lead me, I'm going to go with this whole podcast situation.
100%.
And so that's dope. That's dope.
100%. I'm with you. And let's talk about it, though. Okay. Starting off with a co-host.
Okay.
How was that?
I forced the vision on her. I told her, and I brought her on one episode, and I told her that was my Jonah season.
Okay.
I was instructed to go to Nineveh. So I was instructed to do Little Child podcast, but I did under construction with BBV. And I could tell her drive wasn't like mine, and that we were always like bumping heads. And so after a while, I just kind of let it go. Because it just wasn't fruitful. It wasn't what I envisioned or what I was told it was supposed to look like. And so I just let it go. Then the second time I started up, I was just like, you know what? She just wasn't the right host. Let me try 2 other people. So I had a male and a female. And we were just never on the same page. Everybody had like their own voice. And I get it. As a host, you get your voice. But it was just like, but this is my podcast. And I just had to let that go. And so I sat with it. So the thought of even just doing it by myself, I was... Because I felt burnt out from having hosts. When in retrospect, I was disobedient those 2 times.
I'm right here with you. I promise you I'm right here with you.
Yeah.
Like, not the first show that I did, but when I started talking about Hustle, I had a co-host because I just truly believed that I couldn't carry a show the way I needed to by myself. I thought it was a scary thought, to be honest. So we started the show with me and a friend of mine, which we're not even friends anymore because of the falling out, because of the show.
Yeah.
And so my videographer saying, shout out to Black, man. Because without him, I'm telling you, a lot of this wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
But we started the show. We got 4 episodes deep. And I helped bro get a job where he traveled for work with DHS like I was. And he was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And the year before I was in New Orleans. So I know that like they're gonna let you go home on the weekends. Like I did it all last year. I came home every weekend I wanted to and everything. And bro was like, oh man, I can't make it. Then he got a girlfriend. You driving to Atlanta, see your girlfriend, but you don't want to do the pod. And so that's when I started realizing that we're not aligned in the same spot. Something else is your priority. And I let that be known because I'm the type of person that I don't like holding my tongue.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't think that's fair to whatever we call our friendship, whatever we call our relationship. Like that's not fair.
Yeah.
If we friends, I'm supposed to tell you the truth and I'm supposed to have the safe space to say what I need to say.
Right.
And you accept that and we talk about it. If you don't like it, we talk about it. We find common ground there. So I hit him up one day. I was like, listen, bro, I think your priority is your lady. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I'm at a place, I've been married 6-7 years at this point. I got a kid upstairs, bro. We not in the same place in life right now. I want to do the pod. And he was like, go ahead, do your thing. Then out of nowhere, I got a call from one of our friends like 5 months later. Yeah, he been talking about you bad behind. I was like, wait a minute, what did I do? What did I do? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure that you know that you ain't obligated to do nothing for me. And I was trying to let that be known. And I'm wrong for that. But long story short, Trey called me again and he was like, I told him about that. He was like, nah, bro, we're not doing that no more. You're not having a co-host. I'm not letting you do that. We're just gonna go. We're gonna shoot the Elps. If anything, you're gonna have a guest and we're gonna do that. Yeah. And so that's what we did.
That's interesting. Because now that you say that, I think I fell out. Not my first host. I fell out with the second two. We do not talk anymore.
Same.
And it was like a snowball effect. And I don't know. I felt weird about that because I don't like my character being judged.
Me too. Wow.
I do not like my character, especially when I know, like you said, I delivered it the best way I could.
Exactly.
If anything, I took fault so that you didn't feel any type of way. And so for it to turn around and now it's just like everything is going array.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People are weird.
They are.
Yeah. But like people always ask for the truth, but when they get it, they don't know how to handle it for real.
Yeah.
And so like I woke up one morning, I'm blocked on all social media. I'm like, bro, what did I do to you? And then on top of that, you was talking about me. I never said anything to nobody about this, but now I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
And I got a microphone. I'm telling everybody.
You messed up now.
Yeah, you messed. I'm not gonna say your name, but I'm telling everybody because like what happened?
Right.
I thought we was cool.
How did you work your way out of that? How did you like deal with that?
I let it go.
I wish.
I let it go because my thing is, I'm gonna tell you what my prayer was when I started doing Talk Vibe Hustle.
Oh my goodness.
I said, Lord, remove everybody from my journey that don't need to be here for when I make it.
Yeah.
And he was my co-host at the time when I made that prayer. And so God was like, say less. Gone. Don't worry about it. They'll remove themselves.
I feel like that of all the prayers you can ever pray, he answers that with the quick.
Every time.
I just feel like, what about all the other prayers I prayed? Like,
yeah, what about the strength I'm asking for?
That one right there, you answer within
What about the discernment? Because I'm still making mistakes, making bad decisions.
You out here just removing people.
Yes.
That is, I be so scared to pray because I know how quick he's going to answer it. I was in my bed last night wanting to pray that prayer.
Yeah.
And was scared.
You have to sometimes.
You do.
You truly have to because if you love yourself, you would do that. Yeah. If you truly love yourself, you would do that because at the end of the day, the people that's not supposed to be there in that way are harming you.
They are. And
by that, you are also allowing yourself to be harmed by not praying that prayer.
K Boogie, I'm finna put you out.
All right, my fault.
That is so Royal. Do you love yourself? Because girl, that's heavy.
It is.
That's heavy.
It is.
It could also be holding you back.
It is.
And the interesting part so I'm very logical.
Me too.
I'm very headstrong. I'm very stubborn. And so I could know things make sense, but I still won't go forward with it. So I could know that this person holds no weight in my life or that I need to detach and I will still like stay in it.
Sometimes you'll find out people holding too much weight in your life.
Didn't I just say I was going to put him out?
For real.
They do.
You give a lot of people weight that they don't deserve. Or it's not their season for that kind of weight in your life too.
God is over here dealing with me.
You and me both.
Man, I do. I feel like I give a lot of people too much weight, and it's because I want to know why. So like, for instance, when somebody does me bad, why? Why me? Why did you choose me of all people to do bad? Why did you choose me to lie to? Why did you choose me to defame?
Yeah.
And if I don't get the understanding, then I stay in it until I get the understanding.
Okay.
And that makes saying it out loud makes absolutely no sense. But however, when I sit with it, it's like I have to understand. That's weird.
It's not weird. It's the part of your brain that wants to make everything make sense.
Yeah.
And I think that's just human nature. Everything has to make sense to me in order for me to move on. But the thing is, you got to cope with the feeling of everything is not going to ever make sense to you.
Yeah.
God's plan ain't never meant for us to ever see the full scope of it.
You're right.
It's only for us to be in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, some relationships do feel like they meant for you. They supposed to be right there in your life. And then you realize that the weight you giving this person is actually an anchor.
Yeah.
They holding you in place. You staying stagnant. The currents are just making you feel like you moving and ain't nothing truly happening. It's crazy work.
The fact that you put it that way, because the currents definitely make you feel like you moving. I'm like, ooh, we progressing. But then that wave come and set you back. Dang, that's good. All right. Okay. When we get done with this, I got some blocking to do. I got some blocking
Some phone
to do.
calls gotta be made. Yeah,
I got to block. I got to let go. And I just got to deal and walk through it. I think one of the hardest parts is I'm in a season of facing the person in the mirror. So I said on one of my earlier episodes, I was pretending to be that person. And it wasn't until I admitted that I wasn't that person that I started becoming that person. Oof. And so now I'm in a season of I just have to let go and face that person now. I have to face that man in the mirror. And I think knowing how that previous journey went, I think it's not a level of fear, but it's probably a level of hesitation as to why.
Yeah.
So.
Because you know what happens after you face the person in the mirror.
Yeah.
You got to grow. And they call it growing pains for a reason.
They do. We want to grow, but we don't want the pain.
You don't want the pains, but it has to happen.
It does.
Because it's also the movement to the other side of what's on that obstacle.
Yeah.
You can't see it because the obstacle there, but the other side of that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And what God has waiting for you on the other side of that is so glorious.
Yeah.
That the work that you do beforehand elevates that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so nobody truly wants to change because change is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And being comfortable is human nature. Humans aren't made to be doing the most all the time. You know, humans are only hunter and gatherers. Other than that, we supposed to be just hanging out.
Yeah.
But now we have bills, we got jobs, we got hobbies, we got passions. We have all of these things that make us move so much that it's unusual to be doing all these changes all the time. And just like you put a different hat on for every episode, every time you walk into a different room, you putting on a different hat.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. Oh, you got to deal with it. It almost reminds me of a lot of people say that they want to be successful, but I think there's a fear of success sometimes.
Oh God, yeah.
Like it's just once you reach that next point, it's almost like, oh goodness, imposter syndrome, I guess you can say to a certain extent. Like I've been invited to certain rooms and I literally have moments or days where I just sit there and I just be like, not necessarily am I worthy to be here, but it's kind of like, ooh, am I ready? Am I good enough for this room? And granted you are because you were invited, but I think it's just like that subconscious mind that just, I don't like using the word fear, but it just kind of hesitates you.
That's such a, because it's not, like you said, it's not necessarily fear.
Yeah.
But it's the thought of, am I prepared for this moment or not?
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes we get invited to rooms that we're not prepared mentally to be in just yet because we didn't think we were supposed to be there just yet. So like for me, a moment for me was earlier this year, I got to interview Deontay Kyle.
Okay.
I thought I wasn't going to get that done for a long time.
Yeah.
And when the phone call came to me to do it, it was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm only in my first year of the pod for real. And the person was like, nah, but I'm choosing you for a reason. And I'm like, I don't, okay, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like that moment is like, oh man, I don't know how to be in this moment and feel like I'm supposed to be here without feeling like I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, everything is given to you specifically for a reason. No one else is carrying the Middle Child podcast but you.
Yeah.
And so like remembering that as you do the things makes the things easier.
Yeah.
For sure.
Was there a certain prayer you were praying in that season before you got that call?
So again, I believe in writing it down.
Yeah.
And if you go look at the post I made with Deontay after, you see where I wrote it. In my 2026 goals, I wrote 4 people's names that I wanted to were dream interviews, and I said I was gonna get them done.
Yeah.
But I wrote how.
Oh, okay.
I wrote how with a question mark
Yeah.
under it. Because I told you I believe in writing it to God and let him figure out the rest.
Yeah.
I wrote Deontay Kyle, Big Ice Cupcat, Kev on stage, and this dude named Minty Bongwater on TikTok.
Okay.
I've talked to 3 of the 4 people, and already, obviously, I've had Deontay done Ice Cup Cat too. I've interviewed both of them, and then I got an opportunity to meet Kev on stage coming up very soon.
Okay.
And so that was the only prayer that I prayed was that God, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna let you handle the rest.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because I know I can't control it.
For sure.
Nor do I have the power to make people do anything. But you do.
Jeez. That's what I struggle with is control. I struggle with control bad. It's and I feel like it's a part of me being a middle child.
Come on.
Because I couldn't control my childhood. And so now I'm in life and I'm like that micromanager type situation. So I am transparent moment that I'm had to work through. I'm the crazy girlfriend that if you don't respond, I'm texting back to back. You can't control that. Cause all they gotta do is put their phone on do not disturb. So like that's like just how crazy my control is. And the logic of me is just like he literally looking at the phone and not gonna respond. So why do you keep responding back? Like why do you keep texting? Cause at this point you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm like that level of control.
Okay. That's funny though. That's funny. That's nothing. Like when you find your person though, that's like nothing wrong with it in my opinion. Yeah. Because my wife do that. But I'm toxic. I'll see her text me and know that she'll get like that. And I'll just like, I'll wait for the next few to come through. I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on that little, you mad when I get home? You mad at me? She told me this morning she was mad at me because she had a dream I did something that I ain't had no business doing. She was like, I'm mad at you. And I was like, for real? You ain't gonna let me back in when I get home? Dang, that's crazy.
That is so interesting.
I'm toxic. Yeah, I'm toxic.
Oh, God.
I think I'm toxic and married and very happily married.
Right.
So like,
it works.
Yeah. But every now and then I like drama. So I got to bring that into our relationship because we have a very drama-free relationship.
It keeps it spicy.
Exactly.
Yeah, not boring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I went to Atlanta for a friend of mine's birthday a couple of, this was last year. And my phone was dying on the ride to Atlanta. I could have stopped and bought a charger. But I knew I had my iPad with me, and I knew I was going to his house after we left the function. So I was like, I'll just charge my phone at bro house. So I got to Atlanta. I said, hey, babe, made it to the club and the function. My phone finna die. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I would have been on like the first ride to Atlanta. I've done a pop-up before. You know how mad you gotta be to do a pop-up in Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I drove 3 hours. So I went to Duluth. I was mad. And the crazy part is I love my dad with everything in me. He didn't know because he was just coming home from work. And he saw me throwing stuff in my car. The only thing he said to me was, don't never let a man make you that mad. He ain't try to stop me. He ain't try to do nothing. And I drove like 3 hours only to get there and like everything was fine.
Everything's fine.
Dang.
Everything's fine.
I gotta go back to therapy and work on my control.
Hey, therapy is good for us though.
It is. So you go to therapy.
Oh, yeah.
See, black men do therapy.
Black men go to therapy, find you a black therapist. All of the above. Because trying to explain the black experience to a white person is wild.
So do you have a male or a female?
Female.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's amazing. She put me in my place a lot.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
I feel like my therapist don't do that.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like, now granted, I have 2. So I have a black lady and I have a white lady.
Okay.
Now, my white lady, she's just I feel like she's cool and down to earth. Okay. How I got her was I walked into her office and I didn't think we was going to vibe at all because she specialized in grief. But God was like, you're dying to yourself in this season. And I was like, okay.
That's a word, yeah.
So yeah, I walked in and the first thing she did was she lifted herself up and like sat crisscross in her seat. And she was like, this is the only day you'll see me with my laptop. And like, we've been vibing out since then. So she thinks to the future royal. Like she's building that person.
Yeah.
My black lady, she talks to the person right now. But I think we just too comfortable. So I feel like she puts me in my place sometimes, but it's almost as if I don't take it serious because we're just too comfortable.
Okay.
And so I need to find me somebody that be like, girl, you lying. Like, I need one of them people.
Yeah.
Because I'm so headstrong. And I almost want a man. Because I feel like my stubbornness, I need somebody who'll be graceful.
And see
but
through
will
that,
go,
though.
tit for tat with me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to look.
Yeah, you're going to have to. Because I think that's the best part about my therapist is that she don't... Can I cuss?
Yeah.
She don't allow my bullshit to enter the room. She always say before we start, leave your bullshit at the door.
Yeah.
Because my first session, I kept saying certain things and she was like, you bullshitting me.
That's what I need.
Yeah, she was just like, you bullshitting me. She was like, tell me the whole truth. You bullshitting.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. I said, do they give you a license to do this? Like, you get paid. Am I paying you for this? You supposed to take my side every time.
Right.
And she was like, if I take your side every time, you're going to walk out of here the same person. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so now it's like certain conversations, I be scared to talk to her, bro. Because I know how it's finna go. She finna be mad at me. I'm finna walk out of here, sit in my car and cry for 20 minutes. Because every time I leave therapy, I cry. Black men cry, dude.
Please
cleanse
cry.
your soul, bro. It's so good.
Please.
A good cry make everything so much better. I don't know.
I feel like it shows strength.
That part.
I feel like you're stronger when you're able to cry versus when you're not.
For sure. That, and it shows emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Be in tune with your real emotions, because hiding your emotions doesn't do anything but subside them.
Yeah.
They don't go away.
Yeah.
They find another place to come out.
Yeah.
And so you have to be aware that, like, hey, man, I'm not okay today. Yeah. I'm about to go cry in the corner and I'm going to go do that. My wife know, like, hey, baby, listen, today ain't my day. I'm not in a good place. I'm finna go downstairs on my couch and have a good cry. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah. And sometimes I just go because the world is so heavy.
It is.
It's so heavy. Yeah. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a brother. I'm a grandson. Yeah. And on top of it, I have 3 sisters. And so it's like I'm the man of everybody's life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just my wife's man. I'm my daughter's man. I'm my mom's man. I'm my grandma's man. Yeah. My sisters need it. I'm that person. And so sometimes Superman need a break. Yes. Sometimes Superman about to break. Not need a break, but I'm about to break. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so having that time with myself, I'm like, yo, let it out. Cry. Get it out. Be you. Yeah. Be a baby for a second.
For sure. And I think a person that doesn't understand that lacks emotional intelligence. Like, if you just think a man is supposed to be strong all the time, like, what is your logic behind it? Yeah. Like, if I'm able to cry, why can't they?
Exactly.
They hurt just like we hurt. Like,
you have feelings too.
Absolutely.
I think the thing is, for a lot of men, and unfortunately in the Black community, a lot of us grew up with a single mother. And so by seeing her being strong all the time and never seeing your mom really vulnerable, you, in your mind, you compute that to, if she can do it, I can do it. Right. But in actuality, mom was getting them cries in the car. Yeah. Mom was getting them cries in the shower. Mom was getting those in when you weren't watching. Yeah. But for us, Black men learn through vision. We see examples and then we're able to pursue that. It's not oftentimes that we are the example that people are looking to look at. Yeah. Which makes life harder, because I think a lot of times people look at me like that. They're like, no, you're my example of what this looks like. And that's a whole 45-minute episode in itself. My God. Yay. I don't know how I got this important at work.
Man. It's probably just like your character. How does that feel? Like, when somebody tell you that, is that like an immediate burden?
Most of the time. Most of the time. Because I feel like a lot of time I don't have room to mess up. Ooh. Okay. And a lot of people are going to be disappointed in me if I mess up. Yeah. But it also means, for like me, it's for my platform that I'm building. There's a lot of people that sit at home and they see me and say, this is the kind of guy I want to be. Yeah. So if I'm going to lead the people, I can't lead you down a way that's going to end up wrong for you. I have to be in that place. Yeah. But that also means, like, who's going to lead me? Yeah. Who's gonna help me when I mess up? Yeah. Who's gonna be there when I'm ready to have that conversation? Like, hey man, I'm messing up and I don't know which way to go. Yeah. Because there's not a lot of examples for me in front of me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's hard.
Oh my goodness. I feel like that requires a moment of, like, resting. Like when pastors have to go on sabbaticals, I feel like it's only right for them to rest so that they can recharge themselves. Because like you said, that everybody's looking at you to just be perfect or to look like be on this pedestal.
Yeah.
So let me show you how to withdraw too.
Yeah. I need to learn how to do that because
Yeah.
I've never done that before in my
Really?
life. I've never done that before in my
Really?
life.
That's been something that I've been trying to put into practice, because then if we look at the Bible, like there's a lot of different examples. Created the world in 6 days, he rested on the 7th. When he went up to pray and stuff like that, it's just kind of like he always had a moment to withdraw. And I feel like granting ourselves, we are giving 24 hours of, just resting. And it can be hard, but I think like just putting it into practice.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, all right, for 6 hours I'll work, but let me rest on the 7th hour. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just trying to find something that relates so that you can rest.
Yeah. My problem is when I feel like it's time for me to rest, I'm always thinking of somebody else who need me.
Oh.
That's the worst part. Like, all right, today, like for instance, today is my only off day during the week this week. At first, this was all I had to do today.
Yeah.
Then I got a phone call yesterday. Hey, I need you to come to this networking event from 8:30 to 9:30. Then, hey, when you leave that, I'm going straight to the podcast. Then,
Yeah.
hey, after I leave that, hey, you got to be here at 1:30 for this hosting event that you got to host later on.
Yeah.
Like my schedule got filled up. But the thing is, it didn't get filled up with the people that I wanted to be around. Like my wife and my daughter, I wanted to hang out with them today.
Yeah.
The whole time my daughter been on summer break, I've been every day,
Yeah.
moving. Got a new job, doing stuff with the podcast, doing stuff with the morning show. I got to go shoot this, record this. I got this going on. I'm never at home anymore. And it's so crazy because back when I used to travel for work, I felt like I had more time with them.
Yeah.
Now that I'm home, I never feel like I have time. And that's, oh man, that's the worst part about ascending.
Yes.
Bring it all back.
To bring it all back. Ascending. All right. Where do you see yourself going in the next 3 months? I need to get
Such an easy and hard question. Because I see myself achieving a lot more when it comes to podcasting, moving forward with the podcast summit, going to a space of being able to have people like enjoy my place in my company while at the same time being able to bring more people into whatever this thing is that I call podcasting, but not at the same time overextending myself.
Yeah.
Because that's the hard part for me, is overextending myself. So like I see that happening. Hopefully this podcast summit is everything that I want it to be. I kind of sowed my seed in my last solo episode, and I said that I had 3 goals for the podcast summit. One, I want to get the podcast followed by 1 or 2 people that's verified, whether it's my personal account or the podcast. I want to get 25 YouTube subscribers, and then I want to get a total of 50 followers for the podcast. So my goals, my videographer said that's some bold goals.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. It wasn't the 50 followers. It was, I want to be on a stage at some point and speak to the entire podcast summit. I want to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
I love public speaking.
Yeah.
So,
So you're
those
an
are
extrovert.
Yeah. I love being not the center of attention, but I love speaking.
Okay.
I love being captivating. I love delivering a message in a way that make everybody nod their head all at one time. My first time ever being able to public speak, I spoke at the Pentagon in front of 2,500 people.
Really?
The very first time I've ever got a microphone in front of me to speak.
That?
It was amazing.
Really? You wasn't nervous?
No.
You have a communications degree?
I never went to college a day in my life.
Okay.
No. I always tell Lord, let me use me as a vessel.
Yeah.
Deliver the message to the people from me. And that's what I've always done.
Gee.
Always done it.
What did you speak on?
So I work for FEMA, and it was National Preparedness Month. And so they had 16 people come in and read the script that they wanted to be read to the Pentagon about our portion of National Preparedness Month.
Okay.
So out of the 16 people, apparently I did the best. And again, it was my first time ever doing any of this.
Yeah.
And what they liked the most about me is that I read the script and stayed off the script while I spoke. Whatever. I got the gist of it.
Right.
I said, I'm going to say what I want to say.
Yeah.
And the lady was like, it takes some real courage to come in here and you've never done any speaking and just do whatever you want to.
At the Pentagon.
At the Pentagon. She was like, you just going to do whatever you want to. And I was like, I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't I?
I'm up here now.
I'm up here. You gave me the opportunity to speak, so I'm going to speak.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read. You told me to speak. You didn't tell me to read. need. So I came up here and I spoke. And she was like, so yeah, let's do this. Next week, we're going to do this. We're going to get you clearance to go and do it. And I did it. So I went from there to the Treasury to the Board of Governors and spoke at all of them in DC for like a span of like a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking is on my things to do list. I do a lot of small hosting events, but speaking is on my things to do list. And I understand the season that I'm in now because it's forcing me to become authentically myself.
There you go.
Because it's like I'll plan it out and then I'll get up there and I'm like you. I'll just be like, man, look at this. Guys, I'm probably gonna make y'all laugh. I'm probably gonna make y'all cry, but just bear with me. Let's do it.
That's it.
So yeah, I'm in a season of accepting that and grasping it with both hands.
Okay.
So that's what's up.
That's fire.
Encouraging.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I see that for you though.
Really?
I definitely see that for you.
Okay.
You have the voice, you have the personality to definitely do it.
Yeah.
I've been watching your clips, you know what I'm saying? I had to do my little research or whatever. Yeah.
And dude, I love when y'all do that though, because I just be like, I be so nervous.
Really?
Because I don't tell people what to expect when they get here.
Yeah.
And then, you give them the address and they be like, I'm going to her house.
Yeah.
And so I just be like, hopefully they just trust me based off what they see. And then that way we can just, vibe out. Just have fun.
Talk vibe hustle. Come on now.
Look at that. This was like absolute. It still is going amazing.
Yeah.
But Jessica, she was the one and she was like, you should ask K Boogie.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I seen him on yours a couple times, but let's see.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where I was nervous because I'm such an introvert.
Okay.
Like I'm really an introvert and I don't like rejection.
I would have never known.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody says that I'm an introvert.
What?
Or at least I'm probably trying to force myself to say that. I'll say I'm very protective.
Okay.
I'm very
There's nothing wrong with
protective
that.
and I'm very to myself.
Yeah.
And I think that came with me being a middle child. So I just took on the introverted word.
Yeah.
Because even when I'm out, like if you walk up to me, I'm probably going to be like, hey.
Ain't no way.
I am.
Ain't no way.
Like this girl yesterday, I was at Starbucks. Keep in mind, I'm at Starbucks outside typing. And she was like, excuse me. So I turn around. I'm just like, it's like, I like your purse. I was like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah. But at first it was like, what?
Yeah, like who are you? But then I think that's the other thing of, okay, question.
Go.
With you being in this limelight, like how is it of people like walking up to you? I'm still trying to get used to that. Like people, they'll be like, what up, Royal? And I just be like,
well, lucky for me, that don't happen to me often. It's only happened to me like 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
But every time, it's always love for me because for me, especially like, I can tell you this, when you reached out to me, that blew my mind.
Really?
Anytime anybody reaches out to me for anything, because I don't see myself like other people see me.
Okay.
I'm just a dude doing the thing that I like. That's about it. But it takes people like you, Jessica, to say like, hey, no, you're like that. You're really good at what you do. You should really settle in with that thought that like, you're that guy when it comes to this. And I don't think about it like that. I'm just like, hey man, I'm K Boogie, I'm Carrie. That's it. So like when you hit me, I was like, oh my God, somebody want me to come on their show. Like I can't wait for these moments because it's exciting for me.
Really?
Because in my mind, that means that you're just as interested in me as I am in you. And so it's like, cool, let's do the thing. Because like now I'm like, okay, when can you come on my show? When can we come and do the thing at Talk Vibe Hustle and figure out how that's gonna go? Because I also thoroughly believe that without each other, Birmingham don't blow.
Yes.
We can't make it happen.
Yes.
We can't crack into this industry the way we truly supposed to if we not working with each other, figuring out how I can put you on, how you can put me on. Hey, I got this event. I can't make it to be a host, but Royal be perfect for y'all. That's how we do this. It don't blow without that. So like, yes, it's dope when people come up to me. Like Jessica was the first person to really like come up to me and spaz. And it threw me back so far because I never in a million years would thought that was gonna happen in that way. But she was like, oh my God, I love your podcast. Like, I love everything you do. Like, this is great. You're great. And I'm like, who is this person?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who is she? And like, I had to go deep dive. Like, hey, let me figure out who she is. She's an amazing human being too. And she does the podcast thing really well. It's like, dang, So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
That's what's you definitely have people watching you. I called one of my close friends and I was like, I have this dude called K Boogie coming on, and she was like, that's the person's podcast I was telling you about. I'm just like, oh, for real?
That's crazy.
She could not think of like the name that I was talking about, and she's like, when I remember it, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like I told her, I think yesterday.
Okay.
She's like, girl, yeah, that's him. I was like,
okay,
cool.
Okay, shout out to you, friend. Don't make me feel bigger than what I am.
No, you big. You are definitely big. Like a lot of people be listening, and then you're just relatable.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to articulate certain things to certain people, and I feel like on all different levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then like your name of your podcast is it's something that people can relate to, and I think that's what's kind of important right now. People just want to see themselves inside of you, so that they can build trust, and you do that like so very well.
I try. I really put forth an effort. I bring the same personality that I bring to my wife to my show because every time I speak to her, every time we do anything, I want her to feel as safe as possible. Yeah. This is the space where you can tell me anything. Yeah. And I'm not going to judge you on it. I'm not going to think about you any different. In fact, I'm going to tell you how I can relate to exactly what you went through or how you're going through it. And I don't mind humiliating myself, because through humiliation, you become humble. Yeah. And when you become humble, you start drawing in the things that you truly deserve in life. So I don't mind that. Yeah. I've fallen before. I don't mind telling you how many times I've bruised my legs. I don't care how many times I tell you how many times I done messed up and bumped my head. Yeah. I don't care. Having this right here, this is true transparency.
How did you get to a point of being so transparent? Or have you always been that way?
I've always been that way because I'm the type of person, I don't care what people think about me. I really don't care at all. Because I know who I am. Yeah. I know what I've dedicated my life to. I spent the first 10 years of my life literally serving my country, not by the military, but showing up when people are at their worst during natural disasters. Yeah. And so that built humility in me, because it's like, hey, we got a lot. I complain, but I could be complaining a lot more. A lot of people got it a lot worse. And I heard this saying one time, and dude said, if God got your blessing, I mean your the things in life that you pray about, and all your problems and troubles and worry, and he wrote them all on a card, and he took everybody in the same room and threw them all on the floor. Yeah. Do you think you will end up with your problems when you go to pick something up? No. I bet money somebody will come pick up your problems and walk away real fast with it. And I heard that. I said, you know what? I don't have a reason to complain. Yes. There's nothing that's happened in my life that's worth me not talking about, because I'm sure somebody's been through it and wanting to look for a way out of it. Yeah. So let me teach you how to come out of it.
Oh, that's good.
That's me. Every single time. That'd be me.
Good. And I think that's what we're missing. We're missing people who have gone through things and they don't want to talk about how they came out of it for the next person out. And that's what people need. Because some people who probably have worse problems than us, they're drowning in it.
Yes.
And they just want somebody to just kind of help them. How did you get through this?
Yes.
To give them hope, to help build their faith. And I think that's what we're missing a lot of.
We are. We also missing, if I can be honest, good black men that's pushing the narrative of being a good black man. Yes. I think we missing that. Yeah, there's a few out there, but I don't think that we screaming loud enough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be as loud as possible. That's why I love my wife out loud. Every time I go into any room, there's going to be a certain point where I say something about my wife. It's going to happen. Most people, when they come up and talk to me, they say the first time they see me on TikTok is the video I went viral when I was talking about my wife and at the hospital. Everybody say that. And so, like, you got to be out loud. You got to lead with your life when you do anything. That's the only way to proceed forward. So that's what I do. Any room I'm in, my wife this, my wife that, my daughter this, my daughter that, my life this, my life that. I tell everybody everything. I done fell short. I done made bad mistakes. I'm here though.
Yeah, and family is your first ministry.
Come on.
Family is your first ministry. People, they'll judge you off of how they see your family.
Come on.
It's just like a mom. When you go out, they're not looking at how good you look. They're looking at what your child looks like. So your family is your first ministry. Yeah,
as a man, your family is a direct representation of how you run your household. Yeah. So if I hate to say, if you run around with a fat family, bro, you probably not doing what you need to be doing in the gym, taking care of yourself. If you're walking around with a family that has low self-esteem, you probably displaying low self-esteem at home. You are the leader. Yes. You have to lead in every way, even in the ways where you don't know how to lead, especially like emotionally. A lot of black men don't know how to lead their home emotionally. We get angry when we get told something. That's not how you handle that. Because now you angry, she gonna get angry the next time you tell her something. Now it's a back and forth, and it's just a transfer of energy.
Because a woman can only reciprocate what she's given.
That's it.
I can only, whatever information, whatever
That's it.
attitude that you give me, I'm only going to reciprocate it. And it's so interesting because I talk to men, it's like, no, you're supposed to be better than me. You're giving me, if you give me seed, I have to give you a child.
There you go.
If you give me a building, I'm going to turn it into a home.
Exactly.
And so why do you think that I am just supposed to, if I got to do that, then I don't need you. Like, that's just, I don't need you.
I think that men treat women's emotions like an inconvenience instead of information.
Oh, yes.
It's all information. She telling you everything and how she react, how she move, how she think. The way if you say, hey, do you want to go out to eat?
Yeah.
When her face light up and she said, no, not really. Information is there. What are you going to do? The information is there. You going to take her word for it, or you going to listen to the way she emotionally said it? Yeah.
They say actions speak better than words.
They do. They always do. And so you just have to learn to be in tune with your person or whatever it is going to be. You got to be completely in tune with that. Yeah.
He was like, when a woman comes in and she rubs your back, she's probably telling you that she wants her back.
She wants her back rubbed. Yeah.
Guys, it's not hard.
It's not hard. It is, but it's not. Because the hard part is committing yourself to committing to her. That's the hard part. Because a lot of men not even committed to themselves.
Yeah.
So like, how can I commit all of these things to her when I don't even know how to commit to myself?
Yeah.
And that's the hard part right there.
That's
and
strong.
I'm still on that journey, but it's like, you got to stay consistent with it.
Yeah.
I lost 70 something pounds in the past year and a half, and it's staying consistent, staying in there, staying with myself, staying with God. Hey, listen, today ain't the day. It's harder today than it was yesterday. But I'm still gonna continue.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it all worth it.
Your labor.
That part.
Yeah.
I'm wearing an extra large shirt today. I was in the 3X in a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? I didn't drop some pant sizes. I look good now. And I can tell myself and mean that. And it's so crazy. Like, I tell my wife this all the time. She played me to the left by letting me be that big for so long. And she was like, you always look good to me. And I was like, yeah, but now you approach me different.
Yeah.
When we laying in the bed, you ain't laying your head on my stomach. You holding my arms now. When we laying and we talking about something, you don't reach for my belly when you want to hug. You reach for my arms. It's different. You look at me different. You approach me different. And so like, that just means I'm taking care of myself, which means I'm probably doing a better job at taking care of you.
Yes.
Because now I'm more in tune with the things that's causing me to feel different ways.
Yes. You're able to carry your home effectively.
Come on.
Now.
What's my name? It's Carrie.
Oh my goodness.
Yo.
That is so... Oh, that's so amazing. Oh, God. Okay. So 2 things before I forget, because I'm over here excited. So the other thing is, I think also being a man who plants seed is just also like, we back to transparency. Just if you struggle with emotions, just going to your person and be like, babe, I don't know how to give this to you. Teach me. That shows a different level of strength as well.
Yeah.
Like, just I want to lead you in this field, but I just don't know how. How can I better serve you? How can I better serve this situation?
Yeah.
I think that's another thing.
I think women are able to lead, but you have to give her that leeway and that safe space to lead without being confronted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of time women have a lot to say, but they are so used to not being validated.
Yeah.
Because again, they treat inconvenience it instead of the fact that she's telling you something.
Yeah.
And so it's like, when she's not validated, she doesn't feel like she has the space to lead you. And sometimes you have to be led by your woman in order to find the grace.
Yeah.
Because men don't know how to give each other grace. We hard on each other. But a woman will show you how to give grace.
Definitely.
And my wife teaches me that on a regular basis. Baby, it don't have to be that all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes there can be a little pushback, and that's enough. Give yourself some grace.
Yeah.
Give yourself some time.
That's beautiful. Jeez, that's beautiful. My second thing is, when you decided to go on your health journey, was it something that she kind of eased in on the conversation, or was it just something that you made up in your mind?
It was a bunch of different factors.
Okay.
So first thing, my wife is pescatarian. She has lupus, so she had to change her entire diet in order to literally live.
Right.
Right. So that was the first thing. So I saw the power in treating your body better and the health that comes from it. So I've watched that happen throughout my entire marriage. But 3 years ago now, dang, that's 3 years. 3 years ago now, my older cousin passed away. We're about 5 years apart, and he was just a really, really big guy.
Okay.
And he just wasn't taking care of himself. And our kids are around the same age. And that rocked me, because I was just like, wow, like, I'm not taking care of myself. And he died from a heart attack in the middle of the night, because he was also doing a lot. He had like 2-3 jobs. He's doing a lot. And so what happened was at his funeral, my other older cousin came to me. And this is, oh my God, it's crazy how God worked. I'm telling you, it's crazy how God worked. This is after I had already shot the very first episode of Talk Vibe Hustle.
Okay.
And I had just got the clips back. And I'm showing my big cousin. And he's like, man, that looks so professional. It looks so good. You're going to go so far with this. And he said to me, you need to prepare your body for what God about to put you through.
Ooh. Ooh.
And he was like, the thing is, he's like, yeah, we just left Cuz' funeral because his body wasn't prepared for what God was putting him through. You gotta prepare your body.
Yeah.
And that cousin specifically, he college football player, went to the NFL for a little while, like real massive man, you know what I'm saying? Always in the gym taking care of himself. And so when he told me that, like, it dawned on me that, like, man, you know, if I want to be here for my family for real, if I want to be here to be successful in all the things that I want to be successful at, he right.
Yeah.
I got to be prepared to do the thing, because if not, my body going to shut down before my mind ever do. And so I just got at it.
Yeah.
Immediately I got at it, walking on a regular basis. Found me a little jacket that made me sweat a lot. And then I lost a lot of weight. And then I was like, okay, now I want to build muscle. So like my gym anniversary is coming up in 2 weeks, where I've been going to the gym consistently 3 times a week for a year. Almost 4 times a week. Most weeks is 4 times a week. And I just feel amazing.
Yeah.
Every day I feel amazing. I feel like a whole new person.
Yeah.
I've lost so much weight that I lost enough weight to weigh more than my daughter weighs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like, I'm not turning back.
Yeah.
I'm never going back. I love it now.
Yeah.
I can't wait to actually look like my body literally look like I work out. Like now I just look like I go to the gym, but I want like a chiseled body, but I still want a little belly on me. You know, I'm still somebody's daddy. I don't want nobody to think I'm gonna say no to a cookie.
Yeah. That's what's up.
So yeah.
That is amazing. And they also say when you feel better, you do better.
I'm telling you.
When you feel better, you do better.
I'm telling you, I started feeling better. I walked away from my career. You know what I'm saying? I walked away from a career that most people would try to get to retire. I was a GS 12. The highest you can get is a GS 15. I was 29 when I got the job. So I'm in here before I'm 30 at a position that people would get to and retire from. And when I was like made up my mind to retire, just leave. And it was like people in my office like, what are you doing with yourself? Like, this is so stupid. Like, you set up to run this place in 10 years and probably run it for another 30 years after you get here. Like, why are you doing this? And I'm not happy, bro.
Yeah. I think those people have to get to a point of, like, you have to choose self over anything else. Yeah.
And also God showed me what the bottom looked like before. So I know I ain't never going back there.
Yeah.
I'm me, so there's no way I'm going back there.
Yeah.
I have too long of a resume, too much experience, too much wealth of information, and then God don't play about me for real. He just don't play about me.
Yes.
And so when I got that letter to leave, I was like, bro, this is a leap of faith for real.
Yeah.
Because there was no direction for Talk Vibe Hustle when I made that decision. I was sitting in a coffee shop with my videographer, preparing to do an interview for another coffee shop, Rochelle's over in Centerpoint. And when I got the email that I can officially leave my job, and I was like, hey, bro, it's up from here. It's up.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
And to think what would have happened if you would have fought to stay. You would have been moving out of his will. And I was fighting to stay, and God was showing me physically. I started developing vitiligo in my face. I don't know if you see these white patches right here, but they were a lot bigger because I was getting vitiligo. And I went to the doctor. My doctor was like, vitiligo is triggered by stress. And the job that I took, it was 5 people doing the same. It was supposed to be a 5-person team, right? When I got there, I was supposed to be the 3rd person in charge. So when I got the job, this is when I learned that there is a true definition of honesty versus transparency through this interview, right? This job interview I got. They told me, hey, you're going to be on a 5-person team. There's going to be 5 of y'all. Y'all going to be doing the same job. So y'all going to be able to rely on each other. Cool. That was honesty. Transparency was, oh, by the way, the person out of the 5 people on the team, the first person that's in charge, the primary and secondary, all got another job. They leaving in a month. And we losing funding for the 4th and 5th person on the team. So when you get here, it's going to be about a month of transition, and then you're going to be by yourself doing a job of 5 people. And on top of that, when we hire somebody, we're going to hire somebody who's never done the job ever in their life before. Oh, and by the way, the account that you're going to be over is worth about $14.5 million. Good luck. Setting you up for failure.
How am I supposed to win?
Yes.
How am I supposed to win? And I was still trying to make it work.
Yeah.
And God was showing me in my physical body, like, it's never gonna work.
Yes, they say you feel it in your body first.
Come on.
Your body will tell you.
Come on. I was becoming a white man.
Okay, MJ. Gee, shout out to MJ. Rest his soul.
That part.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a testimony within itself. Guys, pay attention to your body right now. Just in the middle of this episode. Like, just examine what's going on with yourself. And maybe he's trying to get a word to you.
Yes.
That's... Okay. Okay, whatever. What the pastor say? Blunt, dry cut. I can't have a middle child podcast without asking, are you the middle child? Because I'm about to run around this room.
Yeah. Yeah. I am not a middle child.
You're not?
I'm the oldest.
You're the old. I figured.
On my mom, I'm the oldest. On my dad, I'm the middle child.
Okay.
Yeah. But my older sister passed away before we ever had a real relationship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's not nice. But
it's not, but it is at the same time that, like, you understand it now.
Yeah. Do you feel, I assume you feel the responsibility of an older sibling?
On my dad's side, me and my dad not super close. Like, we close, but we could be closer. Long story short, my dad was incarcerated for about 14 years-ish, somewhere around there. And then our relationship when he came home just sometimes it's hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? I think that now that I'm older, I understand him better because I understand now that being incarcerated changes your mindset. Right. It changes a lot about your personality, and it's not normal. Yeah. Because it's intentionally made to turn you into an animal and then send you back into the world that hopefully you will come back. And so I had to understand that he's battling that while still trying to be a normal person. Right. And so once I understood that, there's no offense taken anymore. I'm not offended anymore, my man, because God gives all of us battles that nobody else sees. Man. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's just his battle. Yeah. But on the flip side, ironically enough, I talked to him the other day, and I've never met my younger sister. I think we met when we was kids, but I don't think I've ever met her. So I was talking to him the other day and I was telling him my daughter's birthday party is Sunday. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna be there, yada, yada, yada. He hung up. Then he called me back. He was like, hey, you, did you tell your sister about the party? I was like, no, why would I do that? He was like, you and your sister friends on Facebook. And I was like, swear. He was like, y'all done been friends for as long as I done been home and had a Facebook. I just always assumed y'all knew each other. I was like, no. And he was like, well, here, I'm gonna put her on the phone. What? It made me nervous. I was like, how my shirt look? I look all right. You know, hey sis, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I got to meet my sister for the first time. And she coming to my daughter's birthday party. I can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. That's just another level of growth within itself. And then you're in a season of ascending, and so you're prepared for it. Exactly. That is... Exactly. Emoji. Pew. Come on now. Come on now. Man. I'm so excited. What else do you think has blown your mind in this season? How much people value my opinion and my thoughts. I never knew that the things that I say are so impactful until I got a microphone. And then that's when I found out that people will actually listen to me. Yeah. Like even doing the morning show, there's usually a segment throughout the week where I talk about politics a lot. On the low, I want to be a black activist. I want to, not gonna say I want to be the martyr, which means I don't want to die for it, but I want to be that voice. I've always wanted to be a part of those voices. And so when I speak, when I go off on tangents on the show, people always like come up to me and be like, I love when you do that. Yeah. That's my favorite part about the show because you're so impactful and you know so much. Right. And so I think that's been the mind-blowing part because I've just never looked at myself in that way. Yeah. That is nice. I love that. I love that. Kay, I'm gonna have to get you back because this is like so good. Yeah. This is so good. All right, but if you don't mind before you go, if you look at this amazing camera right here and give the people your social medias and how they can follow you. I got you. Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram at K_Boogie10. That's my personal. And you can find the podcast everywhere at Talk Vibe Hustle. One word, is no underscores, no dots, no nothing because I got yelled at by my team about that. So it's Talk Vibe Hustle everywhere, one word. That's it. That's what's up. Guys, you already know we're going to drop that below. And Kay, I want to thank you personally for your for stopping by the Middle Child Podcast. Yeah. This was absolutely amazing and fun. I'm probably going to have to move you up in my number and to really much quicker. Guys, no offense to anybody else. But I'm like, I get so excited. I'm just like, oh my God, I got to move this one up. Because I want the world to see this. You just never know like what people are going through. And that's why I bulk record. Because it's just kind of like, God, what episode do you want me to drop this week? Okay. So then we just write it out. And I just feel like this has helped me
me tremendously today.
Really?
I don't think you understand. Like
Well,
this has.
I appreciate the opportunity to pour back
Yes,
into you.
This literally helped me. Like I woke up this morning struggling with a certain situation, and you just came out the door with it and got over there. Like, all right, cool. Like you gotta fix this. You gotta deal with this. And so he has been dealing with me during this episode. I don't know where all this is coming from. I hear you, my boy. So I just want to say thank you because what you're doing is not going unnoticed. You're helping more people than you know. And guys, when you sit down and talk to him, I got like chills right now. It's just absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for stopping by.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. But guys, thank you for watching another episode of the Middle Child Podcast with your girl, Royal Boles, and my guest, K Boogie.
Bang.
And as always, you are seen here, you are loved here, and most definitely you are appreciated here on the Middle Child Podcast. And until next time, have an amazing day.